Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today we are doing a little retake of our last live stream. For some reason, towards the end, the audio got cut out and the quality was really choppy, but you know, I paid my ISP a bunch more money, upgraded the bandwidth for my live stream capabilities, and we are live and direct and back for the first time. So if this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, also known as the Crypto Trader, and I'm the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day you get to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So if you haven't done it already, make sure you smash that like button. Let's make sure this is coming through to my people. If you're in the chat, let me know if the audio is good. T-Blaze, what's going on? Good to see you. And if you don't know, now you know we got the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. #1 Bitcoin. 25,000 long and strong. This is where people come together to keep each other empowered and in profit in the marketplace. Come on in. The doors are always open. There is a link in the description. So let's go ahead and make this money. Why am I doing this video? One of the reasons I wanted to do this video again is because I think there is a big message behind the scene. BTC is at all-time highs, had a recent pullback, you know, back down around 118. It tapped 122, 123, and I'm gonna look into the charts and show you that 150K is indeed on the horizon. We are looking at the best asset to accumulate wealth in our society, in our reality, and potentially and presumably for the rest of our lifetime. So as long as you wake up and you're still here on this earth, your mission should be accumulate as much Bitcoin as fast as possible. And that's what I've designed the Boss Method to do better than anything. It's a BTC multiplier. So let's rewind, take this from the top. This is BTC to the USD on a daily. One of the things I learned back in the day is that everything in this chart is connected. If you can correlate past and present, the future no longer becomes a mystery, right? 1 + 2 = 3. And so, for example, 2018, we had this massive rally. Bitcoin went from a few dollars to a few thousand. And if we take a little Fibonacci from the beginning of that rally all the way up to that intersection, we do get pretty close to the top of this chart. This was our first macro cycle. And I remember looking at this thing when it was happening in real time, and I was like, I can't believe it's lining up to these nodes, right? And this is the Fibonacci band. I'm developing a course to where I'll teach you guys specifically how these come together, but just know that there is kind of a system of order in time and space. And it's aligned to what we recognize to be the Fibonacci sequence, basically, you know, a ruler to align energy together, right? And even here, like, you know, I just showed you that thing from 2017's breakout to breakdown. This little quick cycle right here wasn't quick, but you know, that cycle right there gave us the energy bands for this massive rally in 2022, right? Fast forward, we're all the way up here, and we need to know which way is up. So what can we do? Well, I just saw it just now. Whoop, not that. But I'm pretty sure we could walk backwards on this thing, right? Pretty sure we could walk backwards on that. And that's what I'm saying. It's like a double. It's crazy, right? This is the first one. This is why I think Bitcoin is about to do something crazy, because all we're doing is walking backwards to where we came from. And this becomes our fail-safe. As long as we're above 95,000, this thing is going to continue to flow in the direction from which it came, and that is up and to the right. how much money has Bitcoin made in the past 18 months? Crazy. Look at this. I'm just checking in with the chat real quick. Is my audio good? Is the stream quality good? Cox got some more money out of me, so it better be, or you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some problems. So let me know if everything sound good, you guys. I most certainly do appreciate it. But yeah, look at that, man. 600% in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call put down 2 and pick up 6. You know what I'm saying? When you double it and double it, bam! It's crazy. 600%, right? And so now, this thing is capping out 127, right? But that's just the first sequence. That's just the first one. Inside this pattern, we got another one right there. And so what we're gonna do here is draw our Fibonacci from that exact same intersection, boom to boom. Actually, I haven't done that before. Let's see what that looked like. Nah, that ain't it. Right here. This becomes our macro. This is what this chart is gravitating towards. This is what's natural in this chart right now, and that's going upwards of $200,000 just off that last pullback for BTC. I think one of the other things we could do, and let's do this. Let's keep that small one because I like that small one. Now let's go forward because that small one is right on track for where we're at right now. There you go. This is, I think, what we're gravitating towards right here. This is 157. And again, all we have to do is stay above this green line, which is 86K. Right now we're in this flux zone, so I'm gonna pull this one off. Right now we're in this flux zone between 114 and 120, and this is going forward. So this is actually, you know, I went backwards to show you guys what that looked like on the quick micro, but this is actually a lot stronger of an indicator of where we'll be because it's present state inertia insofar as the sequence is concerned. But going forward right here, we're between 115 121. That's our flux zone. Once we get out of there, and honestly, Bitcoin is running hot, all-time highs, like it doesn't have any resistance to worry about. It's just right now it's just psychological, but once we get above say 124 and stick that and stay there, it's not much holding this chart back, keeping it from 150 145. Even if you wanted to do something like that, this is your, you know, micro in there. But like I said, it's really not too much holding this thing back. In fact, the more I look around the industry for what's called a sentiment analysis to understand what's happening, how the world is feeling with regards to this opportunity, one thing remains certain, and that the government, or the kakistocracy that we currently recognize as so, supports Bitcoin in so much that they're actually considering, and by consider I mean I think it's an inevitability at this point, they're going to make Bitcoin a declared asset, a strategic asset of the United States government. Now keep in mind, government already own a lot of Bitcoin. In fact, how much Bitcoin does USA own? They already got their hand in the kitty, you know, in the cookie jar, and it's been there for quite some time. If you remember, Mt. Gox was seized by the U.S. government, and that started their collection. They never really gave that Bitcoin back. That just went in the warehouse. What Bitcoin you talking? What you talking about? Who got Bitcoin? 200,000 BTC. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, right? And now they're talking about getting more. and building an asset off of it. And then you got China setting up the BRICS. What is the BRICS? BRICS. This is the new currency between Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, basically Johannesburg, all the diamonds, you know. And they're talking about this being a digital currency because paper, fiat, has no value. Fiat, fake. In fact, when you look at this chart, one of the things about this debt clock right here is that number never goes down. I think the last president to balance the budget, quote, balance the budget, make more money than he spent, was Bill Clinton. And the only reason he was able to do that was they had just, what do they call it? They had just released, I want to say Wi-Fi into the public space. And so these internet providers were buying up this bandwidth to basically have their frequency on the internet. That's where you got AT&T. That's where you got Comcast. Like it was basically like the new radio stations, but instead of hearing sound, you were getting internet access, right? And he made a bunch of money doing that, bunch of money. And he was the last president to balance a budget. So until we have some type of technological innovation to where these companies are literally billion, hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars at a time, it's not going to get balanced. It's not designed to get balanced. The dollar is designed as an instrument of debt. When you actually look at it, US dollar, when you actually look at the specimen itself, it tells you in black and white, this is legal tender for all debts, public and private debts, right? In fact, it got somebody else's name on it. Did you know that when you are given a piece of paper with a signature on it, it's a contract? And if your name is not on that contract, you have no interest to the asset that's underlined there within, i.e., you're just passing the buck. You know what I'm saying? Getting along to get along. Like, as long as you put your faith and your value and you trade your time for dollars, you will lose. This is a vehicle of servitude. It's a vehicle of debt. And blockchain is the epitome of the opportunity that lies on the other side of that equation, right? Whereas the dollar is designed to get a few people very, very, very rich, Bitcoin, i.e. blockchain, is designed to do the opposite. It's designed to disseminate value and equity amongst the entire network. And if you're smart enough and wise enough, then you will acquire such said network and retain onto it for the foreseeable future. I compare it to New York City. You know, if you look at downtown Manhattan, right? It's a lot of big buildings. A lot of big buildings downtown Manhattan, but it didn't always look like that, right? You go back to downtown Manhattan, 1904, right? Looked way different. You know what I'm saying? Way different. This is what we're looking at right now when we talk about Bitcoin and the blockchain. It's the early days. We are pre-industrial revolution, you know, still riding around horse and buggy with a lantern, you know what I'm saying? Trying to meet the booker, the baker, and the barber, whatever Adam Weishaupt talked about, Adam Smith in that one book. You know, it's like this thing is just getting built. And just the same as, you know, if you have